I've been gone for 3 months and I've only come here to tell you my final message before Trump Putin gets me. You know, as a Nordic person, I have some progressive ideas about equality, and these men don't support those ideas. Well, I'm just joking, but it kind of gets you a little bit anxious to know that for a moment, these two men will be breathing the same air within 30 minutes travel away from you. And to be honest, it's politics why I've been so down lately. I signed my employment contract like a month before Trump got elected, and I was devastated by the news when I woke up the morning after. We always say that you have to choose between the lesser of two evils, and this time I don't think it was the lesser of two evils. And just like everyone else, I knew that Trump getting elected would be a disaster for America and a disaster for the world because of America's comprehensive role around the globe. And so recently I've been extremely bothered by Trump's actions and decisions, especially those related to separating kids from their parents at the border. It's always easy for outsiders to hate America because of their politics. But I don't hate America itself. I don't hate Americans. In fact, I've always had this kind of fascination about America. I can't quite explain it. I cannot agree with this administration, and I fear that America is circling down the drain. I hope it's not going to happen, but we have all the ingredients for that recipe. And because of all these political issues, I've been wondering if this is really a mistake. Understand this from my perspective. Coming from Finland, I have a lot to sacrifice, I have a lot to lose by immigrating to America. I cannot say that America is absolutely better than Finland. I cannot choose which one is better if it's possible in any way whatsoever. It's just that I'm looking for that something in life, and if I find that in America, as I suspect I will, I'm willing to compromise. But I'm also ready to fight for a better life for everyone. I was inspired by Francis Maxwell's video on 4th of July, where he tells that he is a proud immigrant. He's proud to be an American, and he really wants to make the country better for everyone.
I want to see this country live up to its purported ideals of freedom, justice and liberty for all, and it's up to us to continue to make this place better by asking the questions, not standing by idly and accepting it. Because I do love this country more than any other in the world. If I didn't, I wouldn't be here. And it is why I will criticize her perpetually to do what I can to make it better.
And it's kind of messed up that he and the likes are not seen as the true patriots that they are. Instead, they are ridiculed for wanting to make the country better. I mean, please just watch the video in its entirety. It's really great. I was so inspired by it. And I sincerely hope that this decision is good enough for me. I still have faith in humanity. I don't want to see the fall of Rome while in Rome. Other than all of that, I had my surgery. It was already back in April. Nothing was found. I still have leg pain since January. I've been doing some home exercises, and I've had fascial manipulation by the physiotherapist. I also did schedule an appointment with a sports doctor, and there was a scare of stress fracture in my tibia, so I had an MRI. In my last video, I was coming down a hill and I got a flat tire. I finally got around to fixing my bike, and I was able to save some money because the bus pass for a month is $65. I don't have my car anymore because it went to the salvage yard after February's events. The car just did not start, and the engine is broken, the charger is broken. The whole ordeal would have cost me so much money, and combining all the mechanic visits that I've had on the car, it's way more than I ever paid for the car to begin with. I did try running as well. My commute is 4 kilometers, so it took me 28 minutes to get to home. But now I'm being forbidden from running. I feel itchy because I can't run. I'm not allowed to. Work's been fine, but I find myself missing some new challenges. I had hoped to immigrate by January 2018, but right now it seems like I will immigrate a year later than estimated. Had I known this before, I would have been able to complete my master's in nursing. Here you qualify for a master's degree after 3 years of work experience. I had that anniversary a year ago, and the earliest start date for the program for in my case would have been fall 2017, and I would have already completed the degree by now, but I was going with the estimate and I missed on that. I also missed the opportunity to configure Epic to Finland. It's a huge project that's going on in my hospital district. It's the first attempt to integrate all the systems that we use in healthcare in order to increase patient safety in documentation. I get really excited about documentation safety, so I'm really bummed that I missed out on this. It would have looked so good. It would have looked so good on my resume. But now the good news is that 12 weeks after approval, I finally received my fee bill. It got paid. I received my immigrant visa application. I submitted that. My civil documents were submitted, of course, after obtaining a new police clearance, because the last one was, because those are valid for 3 months, and they had asked me to get that so early for why. But the bad news, I'm back to waiting again. This process is really testing me on my patience. I mean, from the time I signed my employment contract, it's been 2 years, almost 2 years. Next step for me will be case complete and scheduling the exit interview. For employment reasons, I was asked to provide some vaccination and immunity level records. I will only need to get measles, mumps and rubella immunoglobulin test, as well as varicella IgG test. I will also need the tetanus, diphtheria and pertussis booster vaccine. I will call my health center on Monday, and I'm hoping for the best. All the services are minimized during summer until August 5th. The vaccination service is down completely, so I hope the health center will help me, because I only have 30 days to meet with the requirements at this time. I know for the immigration purposes, I will need a record of my vaccinations. I think the only thing I'm missing will be the Mantoux test for tuberculosis. But I also read online that I might not have to do that, since Finland is a country with a low incidence of tuberculosis. So the doctor will only do a health assessment and probably an X-ray. I'll be moving probably before the year changes. I know I shouldn't have trusted the shorter estimate that I received in a separate email. But I got excited because I read what I wanted. Now I'm just kind of happy if I will be immigrating in November or December, the earliest, because I found out my first nephew will be born in the beginning of November, and it's not something I want to miss. I want to be here for his birth. So cute. But right now, I'm dying to get to the exit interview, because with my recruitment company, you will only find out your assignment location after you have secured your visa, and that is at the embassy at the end of your exit interview. I feel like it would be really beneficial to know where you're moving, so you could plan things ahead. But this is the way they do their thing, and I trust them. Hopefully all will go well.